Hi guys. Hello. I just went live over on TikTok just so people could I could say thank you to everyone who sent me such lovely messages for my 1 year anniversary, because so many people wrote these beautiful messages on the video I posted where I was bloody crying. I didn't mean to, but it just all came out. And I just want to thank everyone. Hi guys. Happy 1 year. Oh, thanks, Sharice. Go right to the top. Oh, here we go. So these questions. Violet Flames here. Stephanie's here. Lacey's here. Allison's here. SDK is here. SDC is here. Roxette is here. Nat Cohen's here. Magpie. Carla. Sunstars. Queen XL. Sarah. Morgan. Dylan. Whee! Hi. Happy day, happy Loz Day. I now have a PhD in subconscious Loz studies. You're a gift to this world. Oh, Dylan. Someone said that. They're like, are you going to start Subconscious Laws University? I was like, the fuck. So no, she said Subconscious Laws Academy. It's one of my followers, Megan. Subconscious Laws Academy. And I was like, what are you talking about? PhD in laws. Subconscious Laws Studies. Oh, that's funny. Hi, Hilda. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Jamila. Oh, you're German chocolate. All right, guys, let me answer some questions. So if you were over on the TikTok and you're here, hello. And if you weren't, you were just waiting for me. Sorry, I was a bit late. Hi, Loz. Hope you're well, and thank you in advance for answering my questions. All right. I can't even read your name. SKSLMS. I need your help. I'm currently suffering from depression and left work. I'm trying to manifest rent and food for me and the cat this month. Any affirmations would be greatly appreciated. Also, I'm trying to manifest my SP back since September and would like to make a good friend as I don't have any. I think my main issue is that people will not like me, that I keep doing things wrong, overthink everything I say, and feel unchosen and unwanted. I'm trying really hard and would appreciate your advice. I'm afraid of being seen by people and always stay quiet as I'm scared to draw attention. I left most of the jobs because I could not deal with being around people. Oh, okay. So, darling, have you got a kind of like a social anxiety disorder or things where you get social anxiety around other people? Have you ever gone to a shrink about that? About where that comes from? So the feeling that you're not going, you don't want to be seen, and you're unchosen, unwanted, people won't like you, and you keep doing things wrong. That's a very, very deep self-concept issue of feeling not good enough, that something is deep down wrong with you. So when you're a child, it's called defectiveness. You feel like defective in some way. Like when people will discover what's wrong with you, they won't want you anymore, okay? Or that you deep down feel that there is deeply something actually wrong with you, right? And that people won't want you because of that. They won't want you in the job. They won't want to hear what you have to say. They'll judge you, okay? And then you'll overthink what you're doing, what you're saying, how people treat you, how they react to you. You think, oh, do they hate me? You'll overanalyze and overthink everything because you're coloring everything with the rose-colored glasses of I'm not good enough and people are going to notice and going to know, okay? And I'll do something wrong. There's something wrong with me. So what happened in your childhood, darling? Tell me, was it you had strict or critical parents, or you're made to feel not good enough in some way, or you were dyslexic or had a learning difficulty or something, or you're made to feel you're bullied in some way by siblings or something, or parents, okay? Or you were told that there was something wrong with you, like people kept criticizing something you actually used to do all the time, or they used to tell you to be quiet, so you were kept quiet at home, like children were seen, not heard, or when you did speak up, you were criticized for what you said, or when you revealed your emotions, you were told to shut up or something like that. Where's that coming from, darling? That's what I need to know. And then secondarily, I would say write a story, script some stories every night of your new diary entry of how your day is going to be now that you've got enough food, you've got a job, your cat's happy, you've both got full bellies, your rent's paid every day. Dear diary, today I took the cat out in the garden and we sat there in the sunshine and I ate some KFC and she had this beautiful meal of tuna that I got from the store and and thank God my rent's paid this week. It was paid so easily or whatever. And the next day, like do one every day as if it's already happened, okay? Or you could write a story about how it feels now that you've got so much money and you've got a job and everything's so comfortable with you and you're feeling so good in yourself, your depression's all gone and you're the new you. Write, script some stories and then think those stories every day. That's the new you. Step into the new you. But tell me about your childhood, darling, and then I can help you, because that's a whole lot of I'm not good enough, I'm not chosen, no one wants me thinking. So go and do my I am chosen sleep tape, definitely, okay? And take the affirmations out of that to use. Hi from Canada. Hi, Lozzie. Would you make an exception to offer me a one-to-one call session, darling? I've got 200 and something requests in my Facebook. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I've had so many people offer me double money and everything. I just can't do it. Honestly, if I showed you my messenger, you'd just be like, I have 177 or something unopened messages just in the message requests. So no, unfortunately not, darling. But when the group coaching happens, I promise I'll be able to help. Put the question here, darling. Hi, Loz. How are you today? Trying to manifest my SP. Do you recommend revising the old story and then rewriting a new one? How do you revise the old? Right, revising the old. First of all, write it down. Then go burn it or rip it up, get rid of it. And before you do that, you can revise every sentence. He told me to fuck off and die. He told me I want everyone else to fuck off because all I want is you. I want us to die alone together, die together. I want us to be together forever. Change what they said, each line in the story, and that's revision. Okay, you've literally revised everything you just wrote in that story with the new story. You can do that, or just throw it away and then write a new story, think the new story. Okay, it's just changing everything that happened, what you heard, experienced, said, what they said. The dude I was drawn to that I did not know found out he has a girlfriend. Shit, I've been working on not chosen, affirmations, etc. I can still try and manifest him right. I've been working on me though. Wonderful, Lacey. Look, if you're working on you, sometimes the remnants of the old you will pop up and you'll still find unavailable people. It still happen. It's happening to people in the group at the moment. They're like, why is this shit still happening? Like, I know you're working on you, but sometimes it's a bit delayed. Okay, so just imagine you and him together and keep working on the I am chosen. I'm so glad I found you. Thank you for endless generosity since you haven't monetized YouTube yet. I'm going to affirm you get even more. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, I've got to monetize this bloody YouTube. It got monetized in 7 days and I bloody haven't done it. Helen Hadsell had an affirmation. She would say, let me be a channel to help people help themselves. Oh, that's wonderful. I love Helen Hadsell. I was actually watching one of her videos the other day on YouTube about how when she met Joseph Murphy. It was wonderful. She's the one who wrote the book Name It and Claim It and won everything she ever entered. She's wonderful. That's a great one. Hey, Loz, it's me again. I just want to share about the instance where me and my sister shared the same crush in our local community gym and described this guy before he looked bulk yet fit at the same time. He looked really fit before and recently he got skinny and he lost his muscle gains. I shared to my sister how this guy becomes skinny and how his physical appearance changed. This guy works as a radiologic technologist in our local hospital, so he's frontliner who probably close contact anyone who has COVID. I told my sister that maybe he got sick with COVID or got sick for a long time. That's why his physical appearance changed. Boy, I forgot how talking about this is affirming. So much power we have in our words. 2 days later, my 3D reality caught up what I've said about that guy, and our local gym announced that they're going to be closed the next 7 days. So apparently that guy I've talked about got COVID and was admitted to our local hospital. Oh, no. Thankfully, I wasn't that much of a close contact with that guy and my self-concept about my health. Please notice the words that come out of your mouth and your mind. Sometimes even if you just affirm or assume a thought just for once, just like I did it once and it showed up in my reality. I really do think what happened to him was because of what I affirmed. Guys, you've got to be real careful. That's why I get real annoyed when people go, negative thoughts don't manifest. And you're like, your whole 3D is a reflection of your negative thoughts. How do they not manifest? That's what your 3D is right now that you're trying to manifest against. Things you're trying to change. Your breakup. You've manifested your own breakup, didn't you? What are you talking about, you dumb bitch? All these dumb bitches on TikTok are like, only positive thoughts manifest. Really? Really? How do people create breakups then? Oh, maybe their negative thoughts manifested. How about that? I don't want to scare you guys, but you do have to be careful. That's why we have to get on top of our thoughts. Thanks, Roxette, for that story. That's what happens, guys. Hey, Nat, could the combo with SP2 still be some of the old story? I'm feeling so much more at ease. Even after seeing SP1 yesterday, I felt so good. Haven't felt anxious or the need to text him. Wonderful. Oh, the combo with SP2 is absolutely old story of you, not old story of him. Old story of you in relationships and you as a person being not chosen and not being the priority. Isn't that the old story of you? So it's still playing out. It's just playing out, Nat. It's just delayed. It's a rerun. It's Friends. You're watching an old episode of Friends. You're creating the new Friends sequel thing, but they're back watching the prequel, the series from 12 years ago. You understand? Loz, I was affirming after the fight, SP loves me, he misses me and wants to see me. I revised on the 5th, he has a game. My work randomly changed my schedule and now I don't work on the 5th. Oh, wonderful. That's great, darling. Not to mention his game is in a town that's only an hour away. It will happen. I know it. I'm going to script it out. Oh, wonderful. Do, darling. Script out exactly what you want. Hi, Carla. Hi, Loz. Happy anniversary. Thank you. After 9 months, no contact, he called me yesterday and again today. He says he misses me and is miserable without me. He was reminiscing about us. Now he wishes things were different. Oh, wonderful. After 9 months, no contact, he's miserable without you. Oh, well, good. That's wonderful, darling. Hooray. What were you doing? So tell us, Carla, what you've been doing. That's wonderful, darling. Great. I'm dying to know what you did. All right. And guys, if you want to know what to talk about the anniversary, it's the 1 year anniversary of me being on TikTok because I only started my YouTube in December because everyone asked me to. I didn't really want to. I was never going to do a YouTube. But I've been on TikTok a year. If we revise the last once, why do we say affirmations, rampage, etc. if we already changed the past? Well, then don't. But you're changing you. So if you change your whole past, or you're just changing the breakup, you can revise the breakup. But if you change your self-concept, that's what I want you to make affirmations about. If you revised one event, that hasn't changed your whole childhood, everyone who treated you badly, everything you've ever thought your whole life, all your beliefs. That's what the affirmations are for and the rampages. But hey, if you've revised your past, then revise it and imagine you're the new you and stepped into the new state of you, and then just do that. See what happens. Do you feel like the new you? Are you still reacting like the old you or not? You'll know, because if you have the same old reaction, you're still the old you and you haven't changed you enough. I posted on live last week. Maybe you remember. My SP got married 2 weeks ago. We were together 4 years, yes. Broke up in October and married the new third party within 3 months. You told me to look back at, oh God, where is it? Look back at my self-concept. I did. It was my insecurities. What do you recommend for me to do to fix this? Do I affirm for SP? What affirmations do you recommend? Don't yell at me, please. Okay, but what were the insecurities? That's what I want to know. So whatever those insecurities were, you've got to say the complete fucking opposite of those as affirmations. Okay, so I'm not good enough. My body isn't beautiful anymore. Why hasn't he married me? Aren't I good enough for him? Does he want other people? Doesn't he want to commit to me? Why hasn't he married me? Is it because of X, Y, Z? What were your thoughts after 4 years? What were those insecurities? Write those all down and then put a line down the page and write the complete opposite in the affirmation. That I want to know what the insecurities are, darling. I want you to focus on that, yes, more than the SP, but just see you and your SP together because your self-concept improved. Now that my self-concept's improved, he's back. And the past is forgotten and forgiven. And the fact that he went and got married to someone else doesn't matter. No one cares. I fucking created that, so I'm not going to get shitty at him. I literally made him go and do that with all my shit. So what I want to know is, sun stars, what were the shitty things you were thinking? And I'll tell you the affirmations. What if SP is conforming action-wise but not action-wise? I don't understand it. He's conforming action-wise but not action-wise. What do you mean? So maybe he's conforming in the way he talks or something but not taking action. So affirm for more action-orientated affirmations. So he's constantly calling me. He's always seeing me. We're always spending time together. Is that what you want? Like more action from him? Then affirm for the action. Imagine the action. Visualize the action. Hey, Loz, is it okay to record self-concept and revision at the same time? Yeah, at the same tape? Absolutely. Go ahead. Hi, Loz. From experience, would you say it is better to be no contact or in contact every day and work on self-concept and manifesting SP's new version? Look, guys, it's up to you. I think it's a good idea to keep them around, to keep getting triggered so you know what your triggers are. It's all fucking fun and games when they're not around and you're working on your self-concept. I'm so great. And then he comes back and then he triggers you like a bitch and then you're fucked. I would keep in contact with them, guys, because when you're in no contact, I find it a lot harder because you're wondering what they're doing, if there's a third party, blah, 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 blah. When you're in no contact, it's much better. However, if you're so fucking triggered like a bitch when you're in contact, then go no contact if you really have to, but I don't ever tell people to do that. Loz, I have an important question. My brother died this past week. Oh, no. He was 28, totally unexpected. Holy shit. Since then, I feel like my SP hasn't been there for me like I expected. Is this due to self-concept getting bad? Darling, honestly, a lot of people can't handle death. And they just don't know what to say, what to do, or how to be there for people. I've experienced it with a lot of my friends who've had parents die or siblings die, and their friends, even their closest friends, don't understand how to deal with it. It is quite difficult for people. So maybe give them a bit of grace and understand that your SP doesn't really know how to handle it. He's thinking that giving you alone time or letting you be by yourself is the way to deal for you to grieve, because he actually would be too overwhelmed with the feelings of being with you at the moment and he doesn't know what to say to console you. Okay, so give it that meaning. That's all it is. Give it all good meaning. He wants to be there for you, but he doesn't know what to say. He's a guy and he can't express his feelings very well and he doesn't know how to help, and he's never been through a grief like this that's so extreme, and he wouldn't even know the first thing to even say to me. So he's doing that to help me. He thinks he's helping me. Say that, darling, because that's really true of grief, okay? And I'm so sorry about your brother. That's awful, darling. Oh, God. Terrible. Hi, Loz. Hi, German Chocolate. Dylan, happy Loz Day. Thank you, darling. I've been affirming I see SP on Saturday. It hasn't happened yet. Do I keep persisting? Yes, darling, keep persisting, but stop being so specific about the day and the date and the. Why don't you just go to the end of your together? It doesn't matter if you said this Saturday or 10 Saturdays away, as long as you're together. Happy anniversary to the Queen. Oh, Tessa. So the SP that I thought was SP isn't him actually, just another dude, but I still have this stupid need to prove to him that I'm amazing. I've got to work on self-concept. Look, sometimes guys, you still want your SP back, or you just want them to come back just so you can prove how great you are, so you can stick it up them and go, see ya. Is that what you mean? I'm very sorry for your loss of sending you love. Yes, darling. Oh, Morgan, that's awful, darling, honestly. And look, I know this is no consolation, but nothing is created nor destroyed. If I go and heat this up, it turns into vapor, okay? But the vapor is still here. If I take that vapor and boil it down again to water and then stick it in the freezer, it becomes ice. It's still the water, okay? Nothing is created nor destroyed. Everyone's still here, even if they're vapor. They're still around. Talk to him, darling. He's still here, even if you can't see him, okay? Loz, oh my God, I don't know if you remember me telling you on the live earlier that I thought through third party kissing other guys. Well, I've just seen SP on Tinder. Woohoo, she's definitely gone so happy. Oh, Sinead, wonderful. It's great when you see him on Tinder. You know for sure there's no third party. Wonderful, darling. Just imagine he's on there and every girl he meets isn't you, and he just compares them to you and thinks, oh, none of these girls are like Sinead. Why don't I split up with Sinead? What's wrong with me? I'm a fucking idiot. Loz, I took the initiative and FaceTime SP after 6 weeks, no contact. He was overjoyed to speak to me. Oh, wonderful. Getting up from his nap, smiling, all nervous. He's already so much more loving the last time I spoke to him. Oh, Ellie, wonderful. You must have done that for a real state of confidence, darling. Like, I can FaceTime him. Why can't I? Wonderful. That's when to do it, guys, when you're feeling like that. Oh, that's a wonderful outcome, darling. What have you been doing before that? Tell us. I'm going through a similar situation. Oh, sun stars, okay. Found journal entries from October when I still cared about free will and scripted SP and being BFFs and inseparable because he had lost hope. It all came true now. I need to rewrite it as committed lovers. Oh, okay. So you decided, oh, I'll just be happy with friends with him, even though that's not what you wanted. And you wrote it down, and then that happened. Sun stars, my self-concept, I did. It was my insecurities. Oh, I said, but I want to know what they are, sun stars. Congratulations, beautiful Loz, on your year of yelling and screaming at our asses into shape. We love and appreciate you. Oh, Ellie, thank you. Yelling and screaming our asses into shape. Oh, yes. Why did I do all the yelling? I don't know how the yelling started, but everyone kept wanting the yelling. Like I only yelled a few times on lives, and people were like, can you yell at me? Can you yell at me? And then it became a whole thing that I yelled. I think it was also because I was just getting frustrated when people weren't listening. Like I wasn't just doing it for like, this is my new thing. It was like I was really deeply frustrated. Become a thing now. Well, my brother said to me the other night, you really have to stop swearing. You swear too much. I was like, it's my thing now. I can't. Hi, happy 1 year. Your screaming videos have helped me persist and keep going. Oh, Chris, wonderful. Yay, guys. Cherise, happy 1 year. Thank you, darling. I would like SP to comment and repost my IG pictures. Is that seeking validation? When we're together, he didn't use to repost them or comment on all of them. I don't know if I only want because I see other couples comment on each other's posts. What do you need that for, darling? That's validating his love for you in the 3D. Why do you need that? It's like a girl who constantly needs gifts or constantly needs to be told, I love you. That's your love language. It's like, I want you to show me off to prove to me that you love me. But ask yourself why you actually need that. Can't you just imagine that he loves you and trust that he loves you inside? Why do you need everyone else to see that he does? Is that because you don't trust him that he does, and so you want him to show you off so it's kind of locked down and everyone else in the world knows and there's no other girls that are going to come along because they realize you're the one? Is that it? Because you've got a dominant assumption that other girls are a threat? Where's that coming from, darling? Hi, Loz, happy 1 year. If there's a time I have a question, I understand everyone's you pushed out, but I struggle to apply that to me wanting things to be fair. Long story short, I got in legal trouble. Third party did much worse than I did, and she's off in Europe with SP1, living an amazing life. How do I let go of wanting to get justice if she's just a reflection of me? Third party did much worse. Oh, so it was a legal thing between you and the third party? How do I let go of wanting to get justice if she's just a reflection of me? Wanting to get justice is you still being angry. You know what I mean? Like, it's like people whose children have been murdered and you see them going to the murderer and saying, I forgive you. and you think, how is this parent doing this? That parent is amazing. But what they've decided is, if I am angry at you for the rest of my life and hold this resentment, I am just drinking poison and expecting you to die, and it's not going to help me. And for my own peace of mind, and so I can remember the beautiful memories of my son or daughter, I'm going to forgive you so I can move on and be in a place of peace so I can remember them well and healthy and the way I want to remember them. And I'm doing it for me. So when you're seeking justice, darling, that's still you being angry or still wanting them to pay for their wrongs. But I ask you, how's that going to help you? Are you drinking poison and expecting her to die? Is that going to help your mental state? Can you not let it go? Why can't you let it go? Is that because you secretly still want SP1 and you want her to hurt? Or him to hurt? It's just a reflection of your anger still, darling. I'm open to everyone's advice and tough love. Great, darling. My mum always gives me reasons why she can't get me a car. Her reasons are valid, and I know she's the only parent that supports me financially, but having one would help me. Just imagine you have one. I love my new car. It was so easy for me to get. I love my car. I drive around all the time. I give all my friends a lift. I'm the designated driver. I'm so sick of driving everyone now. I want other people to drive. I'm the designated driver. I'm like a taxi driver. I drive so many of my friends around. Imagine you already have a car, right? Every time you're sitting in your mum's car, imagine when you're in the passenger seat that you're driving your car. Just imagine it in your mind. Look out in the thing and imagine you're driving. And imagine having a car and it will come about. And whether it's your mum giving you one, someone else gives you one, a relative hands me down a car, it'll happen. Hi, Loz. Hey, Loz. If ASP is conforming word-wise and not action-wise, do we switch the action affirmations or keep doing the same ones and just persist in those? Okay, Brown. So you can add the action affirmations. He's constantly coming towards me. He's always seeing me. He's constantly telling me how he feels about me. He's constantly buying me gifts and doing things for me. He's so kind to me now. He does this and that and this and that, and add it to your other ones. Happy 1 year. Oh, thanks, guys. Hi, Loz. Happy 1 year. Thank you for changing all our lives. Oh, Melissa, thank you. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Lovejoy. Nix. I've been affirming for SP and self-concept. Each day, this feeling of it is done is stronger. Wonderful. I've needed a tradie for repairs. The tradie has the same name as my SP. He turned up today and he's without a doubt hottest guy I've ever seen. Do you think it's virtual land, or did I manifest him into my 3D as he has the same name as my SP? That you manifested him. Either way, I'll add this to SP to my affirmations and visualizations. Do, darling, nothing better than a hot tradie, although be careful because sometimes they do terrible work and you'll keep them around because they're so hot. I used to have this plumber, electrician who looked like Robbie Williams, and I used to love Robbie Williams, and this guy was so hot. He was a hotter version of Robbie Williams. And he must have done electric work for me about 3 or 4 times, and each time, apparently he did it wrong. The other electrician told me later on that he was fucking it up all the time, but I was so in awe of him, would sit there talking to him for hours because he was so cute. Darling, just imagine both of them. Whichever one becomes your SP could be the tradie. I love that. Affirm for both self-concept and SP at the same time. 80% you, please. 80% self-concept, please. Hi, Loz. How can we change our thoughts about money? I'm doing well for my age with 2 kids and my own home, but want to live more comfortably. This year I want to move into a new house and travel. I loved 2022. I got to travel and I love my beautiful new home. My children love my new house. It was so easy for me to get. We traveled so many places. We got to see the world. Imagine it's already happened. Go to the end of 2022 and imagine all the things you did. And just start saying, I love money and money loves me. Money comes to me from unexpected places. I get more and more money every week. Go into the Facebook group, darling. There was a hashtag money challenge. It says money, money, money. And there's so many affirmations in there for money that people put in the chat. Sandy, seeing my SP tomorrow for the first time since the 9th of the 1st, 21. I was ghosted from the 9th of the 3rd through the 12th of the 23rd. Wow, you're really specific with the dates. And I'm seeing him tomorrow. Oh, wonderful, Sandy. Have a wonderful time, darling. And you just go in there in your queen energy with the crown on your head and imagine they're just thrilled to see you. My SP keeps reflecting to me that he doesn't trust we can be together and be happy because of our past. We're going a long distance and meant to reunite in 2 months. I give him my all, but I'm told I'm a negative. Oh, Kerry. Okay, so get rid of that old fucking story. You're still holding the story if he's still reflecting the story. Somewhere you're still holding that old story. Like, be really honest with yourself. Sit down for 20 minutes and think, what do I think about him right now? And you'll see your old story written right there. Oh, I think he thinks of this still, and he doesn't trust me still, and this still. Well, that's still the old story, isn't it? So it's still playing out. You've got to just throw that away. Really throw it away. I really appreciate your video about focusing on self-concept brings SP today. Oh, good. Hi, Loz. When you picture falling asleep and waking up next to SP, Were there any days you just didn't feel like you needed or wanted to? That okay? Or need to stick to it 100%? Oh, look, guys, there are plenty of times I don't feel like visualizing, and that's why I affirm. And there's plenty of times I forget to affirm. But that's when my 3D goes to shit. Like, no shit. If you watch the times when I've had a meltdown on the lives in the TikTok, number 77, there's another one later on in the year, there when I've spent so much time on the TikTok, so much time working, because I'm a real avoider. I'll avoid my feelings, and sometimes I'll avoid affirming and visualizing because it brings up old memories or brings up my self-concept that I don't want to think about, and then I'll avoid it. So I'm avoiding, and then I'm actually undoing all my good work that I did before and fucking things up in the 3D. And then I'll have a meltdown on the live. Like an idiot. Oh, hi, Loz. Congrats on your 1 year on TikTok. Oh, thanks, Michaela. I asked a question on TikTok live the other day, but I don't think I explained it. I'm trying to understand how to live in the end when the steps in the 3D start to show up. For example, my end scene is marriage and kids with my SP. When the steps of your manifestation start showing up in the 3D, how do we deal with the 3D while staying true to the end scene? For example, when the time comes when I see SP for the first time reunite, would I imagine I'd want to visualize telling my friend how amazing the date went? Is there another part to this? You can imagine that. Yes, you can imagine telling a friend how amazing the date went, but if you want to go right to the end, go right to the end. It's hard when there's steps, guys, because the steps can't contradict the end. So saying the date went well, like we've got back together and the date went well, really contradicts being married. I would rather you be telling a friend, oh, we communicate all the time. He's constantly calling me. We constantly go out on dates. That's kind of still saying what you want action-wise, but it's really in the end of like, well, we're married. So, of course, we go on dates all the time and talk all the time. If your step that you're thinking of or your visualization scene really contradicts your end, I wouldn't put it in. Or just completely manifest in steps and don't go to the end, but that's when people kind of mess it up. Imagine they're constantly calling you and have a different visualization that maybe isn't a friend telling about the date. Just talk about all your dates like you always do it. Maybe that don't. That makes sense? Hang on, guys, we're going back up. Crystal, hi, I'm a little confused with how to deal with 3D. I'm currently finding a place to rent, but I know I don't want to live here, live in another country. How do I go about this? But I don't want to live here. Oh, well, just imagine you live where you want to live and take the rental for now, but imagine you go and live somewhere else. So, guys, wherever you want to live, imagine you live there. So if you want to live in New York and you're currently in California, imagine yourself in New York. Like Neville said, transport yourself with your mind over there. Imagine yourself however many miles away in the other place, sleeping there every night, and how it comes about will come about. Imagine you already live there. What's the belief behind not wanting to express our feelings, like suppressing them for exes if our SPs are asking how we feel about a certain situation, we don't want to speak on it? You're afraid of their reaction. Maybe you had a reactive parent or yelly, screaming household where you were told you couldn't express your emotions, and when you did, you got in trouble. Okay? Or it could just be a belief that what I say doesn't matter because you were treated like what you said didn't matter when you were a child, or you're worried that you're going to say something wrong and mess things up, and so you've got the constant fear that when you say something to him, you're going to mess up your manifestation, so you'd rather say nothing, or you secretly just don't feel okay being vulnerable about your feelings, so you keep your feelings hidden because you feel like you can't be vulnerable. I can be so vulnerable with people now. I realized yesterday, I had this real realization as I was going for a walk, that on my video that I just posted on TikTok about my 1 year anniversary, and I start bloody crying like an idiot, and I start getting emotional, and everyone wrote, oh, Loz, we love you, or thank you, and we love it when you're vulnerable. You're so open with us. We love how raw you are. And I realized, I had this sudden realization that that was all my affirmations about me being okay with expressing my feelings. And one of my affirmations was, people love how vulnerable I am. And it just dawned on me yesterday, that was 200 people telling me they loved me being vulnerable. And I was like, that's one of my affirmations I keep forgetting. I used to say a lot. Say that, John. Hi, Loz. Can you talk about when it feels / looks like to embody the person, new version of myself who has her SP and few other manifestations? Do I simply go into the state of knowing it's done? You can picture yourself as that girl. You can script yourself as that girl. You can have imaginary scenes of yourself as that girl. You can imagine telling other people how you feel now on the phone as that girl. How would you be if it were true? What would you be feeling, sensing, experiencing, seeing? Write the new you down as a scripting. exercise. Started 5 minutes ago, yes. If I saw something I don't like, is it better to ignore it or and affirm and revise it? I've seen a lot of people affirm for their SP away when it's circumstance. Guys, if you can't ignore it, then accept it and then revise it. Sometimes it's hard to ignore things. It's up to you, darling, how you go about that. Part 1, my SP and I recently reconnected and have been flirting online. I ran into him Sunday at a bar and he came to me, repeated so many affirmations. He asked if I was there with a guy and then, was the rest of the summer? Told me he didn't care if I was because nothing could stop him from wanting me. Oh, he was watching me all night from across the bar. When I left the bar, he told me, I love you, I'll text you. Love you, I'll text you. Oh, Summer, wonderful. What have you been doing to get that outcome, darling? That's great. Congratulations, darling. That's wonderful. Love that. What a great story. I went back to my ex and she gave me an STD, then left me and married someone else. Oh, my God. What can I do to get rid of this disease? Help, thanks. Oh, my gosh. Shit. That's a terrible story. One great story and then one terrible story. There's nothing wrong with me. I am so healthy. Anything I ever catch goes away. It's miraculously gone away. Revise ever sleeping with them, darling. Imagine you never even went out with them. Revise it. Or revise hearing that news and imagine it was prognosis negative. You went and got the test result and it was negative, or you got the text and it was negative. Okay, imagine that. Negative. And you're so healthy. I'm so healthy. My cells renew themselves daily. I don't have any diseases. And then when you go and retest yourself again, you'll find out it's gone. Love the new video about 1 year anniversary on TikTok. Love. And thank you so much for everything. Oh, Cake Lover, thank you. Oh. If I know he's going to want to get back together and he has come back twice, asked him for a relationship, why do I affirm if I know he's come back anyway? Well, Queen XL, then don't. I just said to you, then don't. You've clearly got some kind of issue with, why am I affirming if I know he's coming back? Well, then just be in the fucking knowing state. But clearly you're not in the fucking knowing state because you're asking me questions about, oh, if I'm in the knowing state and I don't affirm, what will happen? Well, if you're in the fucking knowing state and you thought he was really coming back, you wouldn't be asking me these questions and saying, well, why do I have to do this? Well, just fucking do it then if you felt so confident. But secretly you don't feel so confident. That's why you're asking me if you can do it. Some people go, should I call them? Well, no, because you're asking me. Go ahead, darling, see what happens. But the fact that you're asking me doesn't make me think you're that fucking confident, because otherwise, what are you asking me for? Christy, I listened to my own sleep affirmation, and in my sleep, I had a dream. I was at work, and co-workers were saying, I am loved, I'm adored, I am his wife. Woke up and said, yep, it's soaking in. Oh, why do all the co-workers all said it? Oh, that's great, darling, love that. Alice, I got triggered today by SP as I offered to cook for him and hang out. And he is saying he's depressed. I need more work on not feeling chosen and self-concept. Okay, fucking stop doing things for him, darling, please. Please. That's from a state of overgiving. Okay, feeling like you need to give to get love. Please stop that. I don't need to give to get love. People love me just for me. I don't need to do anything to make anyone love me. Okay, and then start saying he's not depressed. He's feeling so good in himself. He's never felt so well. Imagine a phone call with him where he's saying, oh, my God, Alice, can't believe how fucking depressed I was before. God, I was a pain in the ass. Sorry about that. Whatever. And telling you how great he is now. Brittany, Loz, my 3D seems to be on fire. Every member of my family has suddenly ended up with health issues in the last year and overwhelmed, caring for everyone. What can I affirm? Oh, 3D is on fire in a bad way, Brittany, not on fire like good. It's like a burning down shit show. Everyone's got health issues in the last year and I'm overwhelmed caring for everyone. Well, why are you caring for everyone? Why is that your responsibility, Brittany? Why is that fallen on you? Are you an overgiver? Are you everyone's mother? Do you mother people and do too much for everyone and everyone expects things of you, or it's the responsibilities always fall on you because you're the eldest or whatever? Are other people pulling their weight in your family, or is it just all you? My mum used to do that, and she would pull her weight. No one else would pull their weight in her family, and all the siblings would do fuck all, and my mum would do everything for my grandparents. And then it's because she's a massive overgiver. Are you a massive overgiver? Stop that and start saying everyone's so healthy. No one is unhealthy in my family. My family is so healthy now. They were sick before, but look at them now. They're thriving now. They can breathe so easily. They can run. They can jump. They can do all the things they were doing before. Imagine them doing all the things. Imagine you not having to care for them. Imagine you having days off. Imagine you being free and easy and not having to do it anymore. And say they're all so well. And go and find the Joseph Murphy subconscious mind tape. It's my subconscious mind, which heals my body, knows how to heal my body. It's a Joseph Murphy healing affirmation on Nevolution, or you can just find it on YouTube and make them listen to it if they can, if any of them are into this kind of stuff. Listen to it overnight. I heard someone talk about this girl and say how she's delusional because she thinks her and her boyfriend are going to get married when he cheats on her. I know manifesting tells us to be delusional. No, it doesn't tell you to be delusional. I revised that I failed math first semester. I know I can help people forget I failed, but would it remove my failing grade even though it's on a report? Yes, you can revise a grade that you already had. Imagine it was a mistake, and imagine you get it back and they made a mistake. What are you talking about? She's not delusional, darling. If she's got a boyfriend who's cheating on her and she wants to get married to him, she's got some severe trust issues of feeling like she's not good enough. So it doesn't matter if she gets married or not. She'll get married to him, but he'll continue to cheat throughout the marriage. So that girl could get married. Yeah, absolutely. But he'll still cheat on her because she hasn't fixed her core self-concept issues causing him to cheat in the first place. What's the question? Is that a question? Hi, Loz. Kimberly spoke that while manifesting, you shouldn't have a backup plan, as in dating while waiting for an SP to come in. What are your thoughts, please, as I've been dating? I think she's talking about doing it like he's definitely not coming along, so I'm going to date. I think you can still date and imagine your SP is still coming back. I don't see a problem with that. What she's saying is don't do it because you secretly, truly believe it's not done. He's not coming back. That's what she's saying. But me, Kimberly, Sasha all say, go ahead and date. In fact, Kimberly's had a video on TikTok today saying that very thing. Why not? Because if you think it's done and you see your SP and you married, what difference does it make if you fuck a million guys in the meantime? They'll still come back. My SP still came back when I was with someone else. It made no difference. Right? I just didn't want him anymore. What Kimberly's saying is don't give up on your SP and think you have to date others because that's never going to work. That's what she's talking about. I haven't watched the whole video, but I saw a snippet today on thing, and she was saying she started doing that. She started having a backup plan when she first was trying to manifest her SP because she truly didn't believe she could manifest him. That's what she's saying. Do you truly believe you can or not? If you truly believe you can, fuck all the guys in the world for all I care. I need help with trying to discover my self-concept issues. I feel like I'm afraid of getting hurt / once people get to know me for me, they'll leave or won't like me. I push my SP away by overthinking. He kept cancelling our dates and I thought he was going to ghost me. I don't know what to do. Okay, darling. So when you were younger, did you have anything that made you feel not good enough, like you had a learning disorder or had something wrong with your body, or you were different from other people, you're the black sheep, you're made to feel like something was actually different or wrong about you? That could be one thing. Or it could be that you just generally weren't encouraged or made to feel good enough, and so you constantly feel not good enough, and so you constantly feel like when people get to know you, they won't want you because you're not enough deep down. They're like, this is a facade, and when they see the real you, they won't want you. So you've really got to work on, I am more than good enough. I am so special. There is no one like me. Once you've met me, you love me, and you can't be without me. I show everyone the true me, and they love the true me. They love the real me. Everyone loves the real me. They love getting to know me more and more. The more they got to get to know me, the more they love me. Say those things, darling. Okay? And that's a fear that they'll keep cancelling, or you having to push them away. Is you think you're going to get hurt, you've got an anticipation of hurt, and so you push them away or anticipate them cancelling because you're afraid of getting hurt. Okay? Go and do my I Am Chosen sleep tape a lot, darling. And those ones I just said. I've had no contact with my SP for a while now, and I'm finding it hard not to focus on time. He has deleted me from social media. How do I manifest him back? I'm currently working on self-concept. Look, it's hard when they delete you on social media, guys. It's very triggering. I understand. Okay? But don't worry about the no contact or the social media. Just imagine that they can't actually look at your picture because it hurts them too much. They can't see updates on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever because to see your face reminds them of you, and it upsets them, and that's why they've done it. So they give it that meaning, okay? And then just imagine you and him together, and don't imagine the no contact is a problem, please. And work on your self-concept issues that caused the breakup. What were they? That's the most important thing to do. If I revise it, I failed. I saw that one. Meryl, hi, Loz. Happy anniversary. Thank you, darling. I'm ignoring 3D and just keep affirming. I see our shared days with SP. Imagine how my married life would be. And so, even though he said opposite things, I know it's old story. Wonderful, darling. If they say the opposite things, just laugh it off in your head. What does this idiot think he's doing? He's married to me. Okay. Wonderful, darling. That's great. Yes, you can affirm self-concept in SP, but more you, darling. More self-concept. Tips on revising a third party. Well, imagine the bitch doesn't exist, darling. You can go revise it and just imagine you never broke up with your SP, or imagine that girl never came along. But even just focusing on her in a revision is not great. I would just revise her out of the picture and just see you and your SP together. Or revise the information you found out about her. Like you saw it on socials, someone told you. Imagine it differently. Like you saw her on socials and then someone said, no, that's just his cousin. And you're like, oh, right. Had a backup plan too, and I was manifesting him back. I think because we're expecting it to go wrong or fail somehow, so we need the backup plan. Guess what? I need to manifest him now. Yeah, guys, if you think it's going to fail, and that's why you have the backup plan, that's what Kimberly's saying not to do. I've been manifesting that my SP loves me. Third party messaged me and accused us of cheating, and I haven't spoken to him at all. Did I manifest that? Yes, darling, because she's worried that he's thinking about you, and he's clearly showing signs that he is thinking about you. So take that as excellent meaning. He is fucking thinking about you. And he does love you, and she's threatened by that. If any third parties message you guys, how threatened do you think they must be? for the silly bitch to message you. Okay? Just give that all good meaning, but it's working. I'm struggling with fears of SP not coming back and not wanting me. The last couple of weeks I've affirmed and felt differently in a positive way. I'm very emotional, feel like I'm messing it up. Don't say you're messing it up, Sam. Honestly, darling, that's just a whole lot of you beating yourself up. Do you beat yourself up a lot in life? Like think you do things wrong or think you're not enough or think you put pressure on yourself to be perfect? That's where that's coming from. Okay? Don't think because you're not seeing progress in the 3D, you're doing it wrong. I beat myself up naturally just because of my self-concept, and you're doing that too. Please don't do that. I don't beat myself up anymore. I don't let anybody else beat me up. I know I do things right. I do everything right. This is working. This is always working. I'm doing this right. Step into the state of being a master manifester every morning, darling, with my meditation, my wake up in the wish fulfilled meditation. It's got yellow writing. It's in my meditation folder, and it wakes you up in the morning, and you listen to it for 4 minutes and visualize a scene, and it really puts you in the state of you can do this, okay? Lois, what's your thoughts on Joe Dispenza? I can't stand him, darling. I think he talks in gobbledygook, woo-woo speak, and he doesn't make any sense. And he's just a chiropractor, by the way, just so you know. Hi, Alma. Question, why does manifesting things with other people seem fast, but with SP it seems slower? Genuinely want to know. Because you've got an old story about your SP, so you can live in the state Queen XL all you like, but at the moment you've got a dominant story, obviously, that you're holding on to your SP, and that's why they haven't come back yet. So apparently you think you can just live in the state of knowing they're coming back, but then you've still got old story and it's not happening. So you're telling me I'm not going to affirm I'm perfectly doing this, living in the new state, but you're not. Because if you're saying it's going slower, then you're constantly looking at the 3D, wondering where it is, wondering why it's going slower. So what you're doing isn't necessarily living in the state. Because if you were living in the state, you wouldn't be saying anything of the sort about it's going slower. You would think it was done. So I don't believe you about not having to affirm and not having to visualize because it's all perfect. Well, if it's all perfect, why are you asking these questions? Some of you get this false sense of like, it's all great. Next minute, you're fucking falling apart because the 3D threw you. How to balance talking to SP in 3D versus living in the end. I'm happily in daily texting combos with SP, yet don't want to be too attached to 3D that supersedes what I'm living in the end, which is marriage. Thank you in advance for all your help. Look, guys, if you're talking to them every day, give that excellent meaning. And just every time you put down the phone, every time they've said something opposite of what you want, imagine it differently. See you later. See you later, babe. Love you so much. You know what I mean? Change the text in your mind. Change the conversation to whatever you wish you'd heard. Okay? And just imagine now the action you want from them, the way you want them to be, more and more and more. He's so lovey-dovey with me. He talks about our future all the time. He's constantly wanting to see me. Whatever things you want to change, darling, in the 3D that's not happening quite yet. But that daily contact's wonderful. Give that excellent meaning, darling. It's all working. Hi, Lois. Don't want to affirm the old story, but let's say something happened. I'm not sure what's wrong with my subconcept. My dad had bad anger issues growing up, and my mum was always very stressed. Yes, Madeline. Also, in past relationships, when my mental health would get bad, we would break up. What kind of affirmation should I say against this? Thank you so much for everything. So, if you had parents who constantly blew up at you or anger issues, and your mum was stressed, if your mum was stressed, you wouldn't stress her out with your mental health or anything that was worrying you because you didn't want to stress her out, and you wouldn't speak up and say anything in the household because you're afraid your dad was like a powder keg, you could blow at any minute, so you wouldn't say anything. So then when you start getting mental health issues, or you start feeling like you're spiraling, or you start feeling emotional, or you start feeling depressed, or you start feeling anxious in relationships, you're going to anticipate in that relationship that it's going to fall apart, because when you express an emotion, you're not allowed to. Or when you get stressed, you're not allowed to tell anyone. So you keep it in and keep it in and keep it in, and then you're going to anticipate, oh, I'm keeping this in, this is going to go to shit. Or when I express myself, it will go to shit. Or when there's something wrong with me, things go to shit. And then it will happen in your relationship around that time. Because you're made to feel in the household like you couldn't speak up, or you couldn't express yourself, or you couldn't be the real you. So you can't really show your partner the real you, and you'll start freaking out that when they know the real you, they won't want you, and then they leave. Is that what was happening? My self-concept has improved so much since I found you, Lois. I have all kinds of men hitting on me. Oh, summer wonderful. No wonder he was so jelly at the bar. You had all those men hitting on you. That's how I know manifestation is real, because my whole 3D was a result of my terrible thoughts. Yep, guys, that's the key. When you look at your 3D and think, did I cause this? Oh, fuck. Denisa, is it normal to have two SPs? Yes. One is my ex and the other one is my new SP. I'm not quite sure which one is the best fit for me. Should I work on self-concept to figure it out? Yes, that happened to me. Just keep working on self-concept. It will work itself out. So true, Lois. Sammy said you can just affirm your negative thoughts don't manifest, and in between of affirming for that assumption, while it still isn't a hard and fact, you just need to be on your mental diet. Look, Sammy's got a lot of this. Just say this blanket statement thing like, my negative thoughts don't manifest. Well, okay. But then your mind, this is what Sammy, like, she understands the subconscious mind in another way she doesn't. So that's all great saying that conscious statement. I'm consciously saying my negative thoughts don't manifest. But in the meantime, my subconscious mind is going, what are you talking about, you dumb bitch? Of course they fucking do. Look at your 3D. Remember you broken up with that guy and he told you to fuck off and die? Of course they fucking manifest. We're making them manifest. What are you talking about? Okay? This overrides this. Every time. So you've got to change this. It's not changing the conscious thought. Conscious thoughts don't really manifest. You've got to make them subconscious at some point. They've got to sink into your subconscious. Otherwise, this isn't a shit, guys. How do you feel about manifesting in steps? I'm focusing a lot on my self-concept. I'm trying to manifest in SP2. It's a little hard for me to imagine us happily married. Okay to manifest in steps. Look, guys, of course it's okay to manifest in steps. If all you can imagine is the step, then do the step. Going right to the end of married is very difficult sometimes when you don't even know the person, okay? Or they've told you to fuck off and die and you've got a terrible breakup story. It's hard. So just go in steps then. If you really can't go to the end, go in steps. But the other thing I would also do to live in the end is imagine someone's arms around you every night. Imagine you are coupled up. Imagine a man is in your bed. Oh, I love my new man. You don't even know what he looks like. Just be in the state of coupled if you don't want to be single anymore. That's the key to living in the end of not wanting to be single anymore and finding a new person. Can you revise cheating? Yes, darling. Just imagine it didn't happen and then assess what trust issues or I'm not good enough issues you had that caused that, unfortunately. And then revise those and work on those. Oh my God, so many questions here. I've been here almost an hour and I can't. Hang on. What book was I at? Oh, shit. I just jumped massively. Oh, man. Can you give examples of inner combos? I used to tell him what I do, like Sammy said, but that's getting forced. I used to tell him what to do. No. You can tell them what to do if you really want to. You can say things like, babe, when you're away from me, how did you feel? And he goes, oh, babe, I missed you so much. I would lie in bed at night and masturbate furiously about you, and then I'd have a big cry and beat my pillow and say, God, you fucked this up. Why'd you lose her? You're such a moron. Things like that, those kind of conversations. Doesn't necessarily have to be, you're going to text me, you're going to do this. Doesn't have to be just that. Go and watch Katie on Create Your Future on YouTube. Here, Create Your Future. Go to the playlist Katie, and she talks about inner conversations. She has wonderful ones. Go and watch her. She's the master of inner conversations. Your question's coming up. What's this, Browner? Can you give examples? I saw the one. Is it possible he flaked on me because he's so overwhelmed by the news story that he's madly in love with me and he's still processing it? Yes, darling, say that. I think the whole commenting thing is because I see him comment on his male friend's post, so when he didn't do it for me, it confused me. No, it's because you need validation in 3D. And you're thinking, well, why is he not doing that for me? What does that mean? And you're giving it all bad meaning. Stop that. I black out when I'm getting yelled at because I got yelled at as a child, but otherwise I like the no bullshit approach. Oh, no, Hannah. Look, guys, I'm really sorry if I trigger you because you had a yelly, screamy household. I had a yelly, screamy household, so that's probably why I yell, but I'm sorry if I ever trigger you and you because you had childhood yelling. Sorry about that, Jenny. Hi, Loz. Me and SP are in separation in 3D. In 5D, we're married and have a beautiful life together. Some days I resort back to not nice thinking, maybe past thoughts. How do we get away from that? Look, Kylie, if you're mostly living up here in your 3D and your 5D, sorry, and not in the 3D, that's wonderful. That's the aim of this. Okay, so don't worry that you fell off the beam. You're walking on the beam, you fell off, jump back on. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't imagine it's going to manifest. Just say, oh, it doesn't matter. Go back in my mind now, okay? SP2 is showing up great. I'm the only one. He drives hours for me. SP1 showed up hard in August and has slowed down. I created it thinking it was because he got divorced. What should I focus on? Well, focus on whichever one you want and say both the men I want me. The men I want are so hot for me. All the men I want me. They can't stop thinking about me. They're all about me now. They're constantly contacting me. Whatever. Do it generally about both of them if you really want to. Loz, I feel like no matter how high my self-concept is / how confident I feel, I get nervous even thinking about contacting SP first and breaking no contact. I hate that. I feel like that only towards this. Well, then don't contact them first. Guys, if you're feeling that fucking nervous, what do you need to contact them first for? Imagine they're going to contact you. That's you feeling that you have to do it. Why do you do that? Why do you feel you have to do that? And I'm asking. So stop thinking you have to be the one to contact first, darling, and keep working on you. Lois, since the last 2 months I found you, my depression and anxiety has disappeared and my SP has started to chase me. Oh, I chased him for a year and I get commissions for my sculptures. I owe you so much. Oh, Bibi, wonderful, darling. That's great. Oh, right. Lois, the house I was affirming for got sold and I realized I have a story that I don't get what I want. Oh, there's a lot of disappointments. Nothing works out for me. How do I revise that? Love, Shelly. Well, fucking stop that. Everything works out for me. I get everything I want. Okay, I didn't get that house, but I'm going to get the next one I want. Everything works out for me now. I remember when I used to not have anything work out for me. I'm not that girl anymore. Everything fucking works out for me now because I goddamn say so, because I run this reality. God damn it. And then go back and figure out what happened in childhood that makes you think that nothing works out for you, that you never get what you want. You've got some family like history of people going, you don't always get what you want. Don't be so greedy. Blah, 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 blah. You know, don't expect anything. You won't be disappointed. Any of that shit maybe that you heard as a kid, or you just made to feel like you would never get anything because you were made to feel not good enough. Work on that, darling. Subconscious laws. The reason I forgave those who violated me, I chose to let go of the struggle and suffering and to enjoy my life. Yes, people love it. Guys, that's a great, great thing to do in life. To forgive those who violated you and choose to let go of the struggle and suffering so you can enjoy your life. Exactly. Wonderful. Hi, Jamila. Part 1. The self-concept affirmations are amazing. This week, I've had 6 guys on Facebook Messenger tell me I'm beautiful, and all 6 guys asked to get to know me. Also today, a random UPS driver pulled over while... While what? Where's the rest of it? Part 2, I was walking, wanting to get to know me. I got super shy and ignored him. He was handsome too, lol. Next will be my SP. Oh, wonderful. It's working. Working on the courier drivers. Jesus Christ. Amazing. I was walking down the street yesterday and this guy was ahead of me and he kept looking back and he was on one side of the road and I was on the other and he kept walking back and then he kind of slowed himself down so we walk at the same pace and I was on the other side of the road. Like smiling at me. I was like, hello. He was cute too. It's so fun. I ordered the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and it came today. I'm so excited to finally read this. Wonderful. Joseph Murphy, guys. Definitely read that. Your yelling helps us get out of victim mode. It makes us realize we cause everything in our 3D and control our reality. Thank you for the free therapy, Loz, and happy anniversary. Oh, Kristen, thank you. I saw a great quote by Joseph Murphy actually about getting out of victim mode yesterday. I'll have to find it. Yes, darling, wonderful. I'm so glad I found you. When I did it on TikTok, my life was upside down. Every aspect of my life is blossoming. So thank you so much. Oh, Kylie, wonderful. Great. How do I affirm to see less angel numbers and get more manifestation? Just decide, you know what? Angel numbers are a load of bullshit. Didn't Loz say they were a load of bullshit and all it was my particular activating system noticing the number and filtering out all the numbers? Why am I focusing on this absolute bullshit? It's bullshit. They'll go away. Mind. Listen, subconscious mind. I don't want to see 1111 anymore because I've discovered it's bullshit. I just saw my SP on a couple's vacation with a third party I didn't know existed. Should I affirm things like she makes him want me more or just try and forget that I saw that altogether? Well, you can revise it. You saw that altogether. That would be a good idea. But if you can't get the bitch out of your mind, just imagine, what you said, that she only reminds him that she's not you, that he'd rather have been on the holiday with you, they had a miserable time on the holiday. But, guys, I really don't want you to focus on them, but only do that if you really can't stop thinking about her. Then, once you've done that and you've said all that, then imagine you and your SP together, and go and do my banish the third-party sleep tape, please, every night. How do you keep sticking to the new story, especially when the old story creeps in? You just got to think of it again and 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 again. Persist. Well, I started following you on TikTok in September, and since then, my life has changed. Oh, wonderful, Em. Hooray. That's so nice hearing how everyone's lives change. It's just so weird. It's like, really? Wonderful. Congrats on 1 year. I just wanted to congratulate you. I'm kind of down, but I will try to persist because I believe in me and I should believe in myself. Yes, Marie. You should believe in you. I believe in you, darling. Mm-hmm. I had an old friend once who said to me, we believe in you, Loz. Why don't you believe in you? And I thought that was a really touching thing to hear. And it scared the shit out of me. And I thought, wow, I don't believe in me, don't I? They do. I don't. Why don't I? I believe in you, Marie. Mm-hmm. We always knew we'd get married. Well, that's wonderful. That's a good one. That's a good affirmation. Yes. Man, I have to go to sleep. I have to work in 6 hours, but I'm going to watch that live tomorrow. I'm going to listen to your sleep tape now. Good night, everyone. Good night, darling. I think the last 2 describes me. It makes so much sense. Okay, good. AC12. Nervous SP has girlfriend because I deleted IG to avoid triggers, and there was a third party recently. He tried to date me last time he had a girlfriend, and I said no because I saw him on IG. We dated on and off for a while, hung out 2 weeks ago. I know circumstances don't matter, and I shouldn't check on IG or 3D, but I just don't want to be made a fool of. And yes, I know I created a third party. Why are you assuming he's only going to want you when there's someone else? that you're assuming you're going to be made a fool of, just decide there's you and only you in his eyes. You're together. There's no third party. Banish the bitch from your mind. Go and do my banish the third party sleep tape. Say, I'm the priority. I'm the chosen one. I'm the only one for him. I am chosen. Because if you're feeling like that's the way he's going to come back and you're thinking that person's going to stick around in your reality and the only way you're going to be together is when there's another girlfriend, well, that's a whole lot of I'm not chosen shit, darling. Go and alternate the I'm chosen tape and the no third party tape, please. Doesn't matter. I still want you. Yeah, that's great. I'm getting movement with my ISP finally. We're becoming friends again and talk for hours. Sometimes I feel impatient, though. How to avoid recreating and checking 3D for my full manifestation, especially when 30 party is still around. I want her gone. In the past, when we broke up, it was always me pursuing hanging out again. How do I get him to be the one to initiate spending time? Well, stop thinking that you have to initiate, that he's not going to do it, that you have to pursue. Okay, none of that. Just get rid of that now, okay? Get rid of the third party in your mind. Okay, imagine she's not still around. Just see you and him together. Every visualization you have, every thought you have, it's just you and him, you and him, you and him, you and him. You just banish that bitch from your mind, please. The more you think about her, the more she'll actually stick around. Okay, that's why I don't want you guys doing affirmations about them. Okay, so get more movement by thinking more movement thoughts like you're together with him and banish that bitch, please. Folks, there is no workaround for self-concept. Loz can't do the work for you. It's your reality, your power, and you do the work. Your own power and you do the work. There's no workaround. Yep. I can't do it for you guys. Just like someone said came on the TikTok live, I just did quickly before this and said, you always talk about self-concept, but you don't tell people how to truly change it. And I felt like I went off my brain. I said, bitch, have you watched my videos or what? I was like, I fucking sit here for 2 hours a day for free telling everyone how to change it. I go in depth in some questions, exactly how to change it when I know what the self-concept issue is for the person. But sometimes I don't know what their issue is, so I have to give you general stuff because I don't know what your issue is unless you tell me. Yesterday's YouTube live, I went very in depth for 2 people about their deep issues. So I kept asking them questions. They wouldn't answer me. And finally, when they did, I gave them some real core childhood trauma stuff. Don't tell me I don't tell people how to change their self-concept, you dumb bitch. Watch my videos. I felt like saying, I think I did say that. Jordan Nasser, I can't believe it's been a whole year. What a journey it's been. Congratulations, and here's to next year. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, darling. Hey. Oh, someone's writing on my YouTube. Hey, new here, and now I know I created all the things my SP did to me, but oh my God, I can't help to feel anger and want him to pay for everything before we get back together. Is this normal? Lol, what to do? No, it's not normal, and it's silly, and stop doing that. Juanita, if you know that you did it, what are you getting angry at him for? It's like you went in a psychotic frenzy and stabbed someone. They're lying dead on the ground, and you start yelling at the dead body. Why did you make me murder you? Apologize to me. Doesn't make any sense. You did it. You have the knife in your hand. Stand there with the knife in your hand. Why'd you make me stab you? How dare you? Get up and tell me how you feel. Stop that. Happy anniversary. Oh, thanks, Ian. Is it okay to say we will be together again? Well, it's not living the end, but you can, darling, if you really want to. Hi, Helly. Happy anniversary. Been here since the start. Absolute queen. Changed my life. Oh, you have been here from the start, Helly, haven't you, darling? Oh, you are changing your life, darling. You're doing it. So is in and out and still bringing up my old argument and saying he doesn't trust at all. What's this, Ruby? Oh, what's going on now? Got another problem with the SP again. He doesn't trust you now. Fuck's sake. Please change the old story about him. Please change it. You're still holding on to it. That's the only answer I have for you. I'm going to go soon, guys, because I'm actually so hungry that I might pass out. Affirmations work, guys. Trust. Tested so many times with my SP. I affirmed he was going to dream of me, and sometimes the next day or the other day he told me, I dreamed about you. It fucking worked. Try. Oh, he dreamed about you and he told you. You're the best. Know your shit and always answer every question. Oh, thanks, Susie. Well, I'm trying to answer every question. It was me telling them honestly how their words to me were uncaring and mean, but SP blamed it on what I said and turned it on me as the reason for needing to be friends. Okay, so if you tell someone that their words are uncaring and mean, then you're not owning the fact that you made them be uncaring and mean to you. You understand, darling? So you can't really accuse people of being mean to you when you realize this shit. You realize you created that. You understand? The other day, you helped with beliefs of unworthy. I said something SP doesn't want or angering them. You said you're not doing anything wrong, but SP said that what I say is the reason it won't work. It was telling them honestly how the words were uncaring and mean, but SP blamed it on what I said and turned it on me as the reason for needing to be friends. Okay, so what you're doing is you're not seeing how you're making him be mean and uncaring, then you're blaming him for being mean and uncaring, then he's turning around saying, you know what, actually, let's be friends because you're getting triggered by something that's got nothing to do with me, so let's be friends because I can't do a relationship with someone who's triggered, and you're not understanding the triggers. Got it? Discovered you in April, right after I got broken up with. Got my SP back at the end of May. Been with him ever since. Self-concept's key. Oh, really? Wonderful, darling. Oh, that's great. Hi, Kat. Love myself. Why did you make me murder you? I'm dead. Happy loss anniversary. Oh, thank you, darling. You're the first person I came across on TikTok. You have changed me. I can't thank you enough. Oh, Kat, Jamie, that's wonderful. Hooray. Loss anniversary. All right, guys, I'm really going to go because I've been here for an hour and I'm absolutely starving. I actually feel like I might faint because I've been on 2 lives back to back. So, guys, you can watch this back. What can we call this live? We talked about, what did we talk about? Affirmations working, or dreams. We call that dreaming. Dreams, and what else do we talk about? Blaming them. I'll call it blaming them and dreaming. Blaming SP and dreaming. Okay? Talk about dreaming. Okay? All right, guys. It'll be a red thumbnail with white writing, and I'll post it now, and you can watch it straight back. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll be live later on TikTok, probably about 9 a.m. UK time, which is not 8 p.m. Australian time, and then around this time, or 9 p.m., about 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. EST tomorrow on TikTok. All right, guys. See you later. Love ya. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for all the well wishes for my loss anniversary. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. See ya.